All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Keep It Pushing podcast.
Mhm.
It's Braxton, it's Brady, it's Tony, and today we got some more stuff for you, especially in the football realm. Um,
Wait, Brady, did you still want to talk about college football, bro?
We can if it comes up. I don't mind. I'm
All
good with
right.
anything.
We can already, since I already brought it up, let's go ahead and talk about Illinois getting thrashed by freaking Indiana, bro. I don't think anybody expected that, bro. Honestly,
No.
I thought it was gonna be a closer game, bro. And I don't know what the plus minus or what the spread was because they don't allow us to bet on games in Illinois. But there's no way anybody had it being anything bigger than like probably a minus like 2.5 or anything like that. I guarantee it.
yeah, that was I mean, we walked to Buffalo Wild Wings and saw that score. That was an absolute that was that was pathetic. Um, Kind of shows that maybe Illinois isn't as good as we really thought they were when they were holding that non-national rank. Um, you think that, like, because there's been a shift of power in college football lately. Like, you're seeing different teams come back up. Um, Teams like Florida State, they're back up there. Miami, they were doing good last year, but I feel like this year is a little bit different. Um, I mean, that was just terrible, bro. 63 to 10.
Yeah.
I yeah. I guess the other question to ask, obviously 63 to 10, that's just you got whooped. But Indiana's now 4-0. Is it as much as Illinois not being as good as people think they are, or is Indiana even more of a threat than people are giving them credit for?
I
I
feel like
really don't.
it's kind of like Indiana didn't get a lot of credit last year when their team was good. Like they were ranked high up to the point. I think they were down into like the top 10 until one certain point, and then they lost. I can't remember who it was. They lost to another top team though, and that knocked them out. But I feel like as of right now, it's just showing like this type of win against a top 10 team shows like they're a team that can low key is going to be good right now and low key good in the future going forward. So I don't think it's a fluke. I mean, winning by 53, that might be a fluke, but them winning against other top 10 teams, I don't know if that'll be. I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm looking at their schedule right now. The only two ranked teams they'll play this season, as of right now, the rankings, they'll play Oregon, who's number 6 in 2 weeks, and then Penn State in like 5 weeks, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6,
yeah,
7 weeks. So Penn State and Oregon are the only two ranked teams are going to play. Um, both Big Ten
those are
teams.
those are going to be some challenges right there, and it
Yeah,
depends on how they hold up against them.
obviously they didn't play really anybody this season, but I mean, even last week before Illinois, they beat Indiana State 73-0. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
that's crazy.
Those poor guys.
Yeah, I don't. It's crazy. And then also shifting over from Indiana, we had Texas go out there, and Arch Manning finally had a good game. Granted, it wasn't against a really strong opponent, but he still went out there, threw for over 300 yards,
Mm-hmm.
and went. I passed for 70 completion percentage. So yeah, it was good. All in all, a good week for Texas. You kind of like settled down all the was impatient fans or the fans who were really fans. What the heck? Fans who are concerned about um Arch Manning. Like, where do you guys stand? Do you guys think this is just like, oh, it's expected, or it's like against another college D1 school, so it counts?
You know, I've said it before. I just think the pressure on Manning is just too high for him to really meet anybody's, I feel like, expectations, just because I feel like they're comparing him to a whole Super Bowl winning family, right? Well, not all the brothers, but anyway. Um, I don't know. I think definitely this week you can definitely see him be more comfortable playing. They're taking farther throws. He looks definitely way more comfortable. But you're right. It's just a kind of random school. They're not against anybody big or ranked, so the pressure, I guess, there isn't. But I definitely think what we're seeing is something way better than what we saw easily first two games of the season.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And honestly, hopefully they can build on it. Honestly, I still don't believe that they're the team to beat in the SEC. Honestly, I still think as of right now, that's LSU. If we're being completely honest, Georgia could easily make a case for themselves. They're undefeated as well, and they play what's it called, Alabama this week. So that'll be kind of another sort of a test. I'm not gonna sit here and say Alabama's completely washed, but they're not what they once were. So that'll be a good game to watch. And then outside, I don't think Alabama. I still would have to see more from them, but LSU. The only other games that I can really say that they're going to be tough for them on their schedule is Oklahoma. They play Georgia, and then they play Texas A&M. Those 3 games right there, those are games that are going to be like put them to the test, and we'll see whatever what makes of it.
See, I'd almost make more of an argument for Georgia being top dog down there. I don't know. I mean, obviously LSU, they're strong. I mean, they're number 3 for a reason. But I mean, they struggled against Florida 2 weeks ago, pretty heavily. That they were looking a little.
I don't know
shaky.
about struggle. I feel like it was more so the. I don't know if it's struggle. Like their offense didn't click 100% of the time, and that's where, like I said it before, Florida's not a completely garbage team. They're still a good team. I feel like it comes down to the coaching and Napier. A lot of Florida fans want him gone, and I can see why. But if you watch the game, like I watched it, LSU, their defense was just amazing, bro.
It was
pressuring the quarterback, forced 5 interceptions. Like there was nothing like. They made it hard for Lagway to do anything and move that offense.
I guess right now, though, if LSU is to play Georgia tomorrow, do you think LSU is better than Georgia right now?
Oh, 100%. LSU's played better competition than Georgia has right now, in my opinion. And they've showcased it. Each opponent they've played, they've held teams to under 17 points, bro. So that's crazy when you look at it in college. Typically, you're looking at schools giving up at least like 25, and then it's going to be up higher than that. But then sit there and only give up like 17 or less. In 2 of those games, they only give up 10 points. Like, yeah, 100%.
I'm looking at this weekend schedule. Number 3, Penn State plays number 6, Oregon. Penn State's home for that one. That'll be a big one.
Yeah.
Georgia and Alabama play, ranked 5 and 17. That'll be another big one too. They're playing at the same time too, but they're at Georgia, so that's even
that's
going to be advantage for them.
that's.
Those are really the only big games I see. LSU and Ole Miss.
That's a good game.
Ole Miss, no matter what their ranked is, bro. Whenever they're playing conference games, they lock in every time, and they're 4-0 too. So
yeah, they're ranked 13 for a reason.
Spread's only 1.5.
Really? Oh yeah.
Books are calling.
I'm not surprised. And they're in Ole Miss. They're at Ole Miss too.
They are home. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't think LSU is bad by any means, but I don't know. I feel like they're slow in the beginning of each game they've been playing. They haven't really been explosive. We see a lot of that out of other teams recently too. I feel like a lot of teams have been starting off slower. And I feel like hot, you know.
I feel like this past week of them playing Southeast Louisiana, that definitely kind of helped them. Like it's definitely going to help them, and it's going to it's just going to be something that helps them out. And then they're already good offensively. Like they've developed a run game. Their run game is a lot better this year than it was last year. Last year they had one of the worst rushing offenses in the SEC. So.
I'm actually looking at LSU's schedule right now. This is either going to be good for them or bad for them. But they play a lot of ranked teams right now. They play Ole Miss this weekend. They got Vanderbilt. They're playing Texas A&M, Alabama, and Oklahoma at the end of the season.
Wait, Vanderbilt got a rank?
Yeah, Vanderbilt 18, bro.
You know, Romero says they're running the SEC.
We gonna have to clip this, bro. At the end of the season, if Vanderbilt holds up, bro,
I'm low-key rooting for him. I'm not gonna lie. I think that would be hilarious.
Not against LSU, not against LSU though. But if
they beat LSU, I know you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna be pissed. I can't say anything because then like how do we
We're
lose to
Vanderbilt fans after
Vanderbilt,
that.
bro? No,
I'm
I'm not
sorry,
no.
but Vanderbilt is gonna lose one. Hold on. After Utah State, Vanderbilt gonna be 5-0. Then them boys gonna lose 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
they
They're gonna lose
play
5 games in a
Alabama.
row.
They have a gauntlet going forward. They have Alabama, LSU, Missouri, Texas, Auburn, Kentucky is
That's
mid,
why
and
I
then
didn't count that
Tennessee.
one. I didn't count that one.
Tennessee, they have a gauntlet, bro. That's the reason why, like, that's a tough schedule.
I
Looking
mean,
at team,
that'll
any
prove
team in
it
the
though if
SEC,
they are legit.
if they can hold up, yeah,
Mhm.
If they,
Even
if
I
they
feel like
hold
even if
up
they
through that,
lose,
if they finish, they're 4-0 now. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games left. If they finish like 9-3, 10-2, give them a playoff spot.
that's what I'm saying. That tough of a
No.
schedule. If
No,
no,
they
That's
will
listen,
what you
not.
guys did last year
But
with
if they
SMU
compete-
going undefeated and they were buns.
Mhm.
That's what y'all did last year with
gotta
Boise
think.
State.
with that schedule,
Boise
if
State
they
wasn't buns,
compete
though.
and lose, they'll make it 100%. I think because hold on, I'm looking at the matchup between LSU and Vanderbilt. LSU is only predicted to win 34%. They have
That's
Vanderbilt
crazy.
favored heavily, like
That's
Oh no,
heavily.
this is insane. According to
That's
ESPN
crazy work.
Analytics.
Holy crap, bro! What do
That's
they
crazy
know
work.
that we don't know right now,
They know
That's crazy
something.
work.
bro? That's crazy.
They got
And
Alabama.
and Vandy's
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, LSU's not losing that, bro. That's ridiculous. If they lose, I don't know what to.
I
Dude,
mean,
I don't know
Vanderbilt did beat South Carolina 31-7, and we know South Carolina.
South Carolina's a fraud. South
But
Carolina's frauds.
you've even
They're
said
a respectable program, but they're not.
you've even
like-
said it yourself that South Carolina gives SEC teams run for their money. That's the only point
They
that I
do, but South Carolina, like I said, just said it. They're frauds.
I didn't say there
It
was
is
no
hit or miss on what you're gonna
powerhouse.
get, and that's the same thing with Vanderbilt. So
I'm so much more interested in this Vanderbilt game in 3 weeks because the fact that they're predicted only 30% that's actually baffling, especially since the rankings between them are so much different.
My
Man,
bad.
I'm interested in that.
that's all. But honestly, that's all we got for college football. We'll see what transpires this upcoming weekend. We'll see if any teams get upset or if anything like the major blowouts. The outcome of that Alabama Georgia game is something that's definitely one to pay close attention to. Who y'all got predicted to win before we move on? I got Alabama.
I got Georgia.
Alabama's frauds.
Yeah, this is my last time going for Alabama, like sticking my neck out there for them. If they lose, I'm like, all right, bro, it's raps.
Yeah,
Y'all is
mopping off.
fraud. They've been frauds, but yeah, it's time to fire that coach. But moving on to the NFL, this past week was crazy, bro. Countless
Bro.
block kicks.
So
Crazy
many
work.
defensive
Crazy
special
work.
teams touchdowns, bro.
One of the biggest stories is the Packers losing in the
Yeah.
fashion they lost to
They
against the
look-
Browns.
I want
They
to
were
ask you something.
flat.
I want to
They
ask
They
you
were
something
favored.
about that. I want to ask you something about that, both of you guys.
Mhm.
So we saw how they did against the Lions, absolute thrashing. We saw what they did to who was their second game?
I don't know. I don't remember.
The Commanders.
We saw what they did to the Commanders. We have the
Mhm.
Cleveland Browns, a team that can barely put up 17 to 20 points a game. How does it look when the Packers are sitting here against, I mean, they're playing a team who has a really good defense, like we all know this, but
Mhm.
their offense is terrible. Does it look like they're still missing pieces, or was it just a really good defensive game for Cleveland?
I could say, well, one, I'll definitely say going into this game, I already knew it was going to be it wasn't going to be a blowout as much as people said. The spread on the game was like -7.5 for the Packers. And I'm like, bro, the Browns defense is too good for like them to be getting like beat up on like that. And I knew that wasn't gonna happen. So I knew it was gonna have to be it was gonna be a close game. The issue is like the Packers, the special teams, not only giving up that block punt, but then it comes on to Jordan Love selling the game, bro. Yet again, like it's happened time and time again, bro. And this brings me back all the way to his first year as a full year as a starter. We saw him earlier on in this first season giving up like late in the games, critical situations, throwing interceptions, making costly turnovers. And okay, we move on. We like, okay, he develops and doesn't do that stuff for a little bit, and he sells against the 49ers in that divisional round. I don't know if y'all remember that. We had a chance to lead down the drive, and he throws an interception, forces it for no reason. We had another down to work with, forces a throw, throws an interception. And it just happens time and time again. Last year, he was injured. I'll give him some of those, but there were still mistakes. It's like you gotta like progress in a sense. Like, dude, like you've been good. You show that you're good, but you need to like mature a little bit, bro. Like know when to like eat those. Because in the situation, that interception that gave the Browns the pretty much helped them win the game. It's 3rd and 3. First of all, why are we not running the ball and letting the clock run and whatnot? But he throws a ball, throws an interception, and it gives the Browns ball in the red zone, and where they're able to just go down and score. And it's like, you can't be doing that, bro. Like, at least throw it away. If we're gonna pass, and Jordan Love knows this, at least throw it away, bro, and gives your defense the chance. Your defense has been doing good all like the whole game. Why are you like making it harder for them? And yeah, I don't know if you got anything else to say, Brady.
I mean, I don't know. I think they looked honestly just kind of flat the whole game, right? They didn't look like they were the same Packers we saw week 2, especially week 1. They didn't look like they were there completely. And then you're right. The same things Jordan Love was doing that game. It was just a bunch of mistakes that I think really ended up costing them the game. Like, honestly, I'm almost wondering, though, just because of how hot they came out and then compared to last week, is it almost just coming down to we're now kind of hitting the season or guys already getting tired somehow? Like, is this like an actual team issue? Or do you think it's just a fluke game?
It's a fluke game. It's something that opens their eyes because you looked at it. But yeah, players talking about, oh yeah, you could go undefeated and everything. Well, how, especially with how the first 2 games turned out, this is something that's like an eye opener. It's like, okay, we can't be letting this happen again because it's like against the Browns. I respect the hell out of the defense, the Browns defense, but that offense is bad enough to where they should not be able to beat you guys when you guys have it on both defense and offense. That's inexcusable to lose to the Browns. Like, no.
I agree. I think it'll be interesting to see kind of just how they match up in their next following game. They have a bye week this week? No,
Packers play the Cowboys.
Is the Cowboys?
Packers play the Cowboys, and then the Browns play the not the Dallas. Browns play the Tigers. What the? Oh, we know what I'm trying to say. They play the Lions. Dang.
Okay, yeah, they play Cowboys. Cowboys definitely aren't guaranteed win. They're not the most powerhouse team in the league.
No, I think the Cowboys are a guaranteed win, bro. I'm sorry. And this could kind of transition over to what was next on there.
Bro, Cowboys are
That's true. I kind of forgot CeeDee's kind of.
I mean, even with CeeDee Lamb, bro, that
defense gave him a fighting chance.
No, it doesn't. Bro.
With CeeDee in there, nobody wrote off the Cowboys ever.
Yeah. Like it gives them a chance against against a team that also has a terrible defense like the Giants. But when you
they look strong week 1.
But Braxton, what we're saying
who the Giants? You said you said the Cowboys look strong in week 1
against the Eagles week 1. Yeah,
because the Eagles didn't want to pass the ball. If the Eagles went ahead and passed the ball, it would have been way worse for the Cowboys.
Don't change what's not broke.
No,
True.
because the Eagles. Look at what happened. Eagles
And they changed it
They
mid game and
changed
they
it.
came
Because
back and
yes,
bro,
they. So
we'll talk about
you
that. We'll
said
talk about
changed
that
on
later
what?
though, because that's a topic that we're gonna talk about today. But all we're saying is we don't have to go off on a tangent about it. All we're saying is the team. I'm willing to write the Cowboys off now for the simple fact that CeeDee Lamb is gone. George Pickens is going to be locked up all game. I'm sorry. It's going to be an under type of game for the
I'd
Cowboys.
rather.
Like, so without CD, you have, I mean, you're back to square one with the Cowboys. So,
And you got Ferguson, you got Williams, but there's
yeah,
only
you got
so much the
Ferguson.
offense can
I'm sorry,
do,
wait.
though.
Yeah, you got Ferguson, you got one tight end, you got one wide receiver, and you got one running back. That's not a lot.
There's only so much that offense can do. And that's the reason why I say the Dallas is an easy win because their defense is terrible, bro. When you look at their pass defense, bro, their pass defense is number one in big plays given up. We saw it against the Bears, bro. That flea flicker to
That's
Burden.
also another topic. That's also another topic on
No, it
this.
is. I said it lays over to this because that's kind of what I was
okay.
going to talk.
Okay, go ahead.
It's like that's not like that defense is terrible. We saw what the Bears did. The Bears just straight up beat them, bro. And the Cowboys were favored to win. Their defense could not do anything to stop the Cowboys, bro.
Well, I do want to.
Their defense couldn't do anything to stop the Bears. That's what I meant to say.
So also a little besides these first 3 weeks, there's been a lot of personal things about it coming into this game. Michael Parsons has been talking all week long about playing these Cowboys. They asked him in an interview, said, "Are you going to try and sack Dak Prescott?" And he literally said, "It's going to be painful." Yeah. And
I took it as
feel
in,
like Cowboys might just actually hold it down, and there's going to be a lot more emotion, I think, on the line this game than
I feel like
usual.
I feel like we're sitting here saying what this is going to be, but I feel like this is going to be personal, bro. This is a personal
100%.
game, bro.
I don't know
and nobody locks down like the Cowboys do. Cowboys
ain't going to do anything. Packers are still going to own the Cowboys.
We're not saying y'all not going to win, bro. We just saying it's not going to be.
I'm just saying it's not a write-off.
Parsons is going to be able to. Parsons is going for 2 sacks, bro. With
I'm
everything
sorry,
that happened,
bro, but I feel like simply just because this is personal, I feel like they're gonna do everything in their power to keep that man off of Dak at all times, bro.
And then, but you do that, then you still got Rashawn Gary on the other side who's gonna get right up in there.
Rashawn Gary's sacking Dak Prescott, but not Michael Parsons. That's what I'm saying. It's personal. This is a personal game. Gary said he's not giving no tribute. He's not doing no tribute for Micah or nothing. He said Emmitt Smith was different because he came back. This is personal. This is a personal game.
Mm-hmm. I bet you there's going to be a lot of flags too.
They are game planning
that Packers defense out there.
They are literally game planning Micah right now. That's how personal this game is. I'm trying to tell you, bro, because you know this is a business. At the end of the day, it's a business, and there's emotions in business.
Mm-hmm. People make mistakes when emotions are on the table.
Yes, bro. It's gonna be something that day.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to sit here and say the Packers not gonna win. If I was gonna bet a money line, I'd take the Packers. I don't think it's gonna be an absolute thrashing though. That's one thing.
I'd still take the Packers by 10. I'd be bold to say that, but
I mean that's respectable, dog. I'm not about to sit here and say,
all right,
you know.
But going back to what I was gonna move into, would you guys with the Bears win over the Cowboys? Would you say it's more like it was more about Caleb Williams being like impressive and showing out his like ability, or was it just simply how bad the Cowboys defense is?
I don't know. I feel like that's a good question. At the end of the day, everybody's a professional. I mean, it is a bad defense, and like you said, they do give up. They're ranked 1 in explosive plays. They give up the most explosive plays, and we saw that. I mean, the stats show it themselves, bro. The Bears won with 31 points, and they had the ball, I mean, a good 5 minutes less than the Cowboys did. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely something going on with that defense there. But at the same time, like, a defense could be bad and a team could still not score. You still got to use your skills, you know. So, I feel like it was a good win for the Bears. You know, exploit what you're going to exploit, and that's what they did.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. Like, I'm not trying to take away Caleb Williams' props. Like, okay, yeah, he had a good game. I'm not going to take away from there. But when you look at, like I said, the Dallas Cowboys defense is like really bad. We unfortunately we didn't get a chance to see what Jalen Hurts would have been able to do if he threw the ball, because I don't know why they made that man scared to throw the ball. He's the new Ben Simmons of the NFL. Not to that extent, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. But like, we saw what happened when they played the Giants. Russell Wilson, who everybody can agree is nowhere near what he used to be, and I question if he's capable of being the starter there in New York. That man has a resurgent game, throws for 430 yards, 2 touchdowns. The only reason why they lost that game was because he threw an interception. Outside of that, the Cowboys would have easily been would have lost that game and would have easily been 0-3. So their defense is just terrible.
To put this in perspective, here's the stats from that game. The Cowboys nearly ran every stat that game to tell you how bad the Cowboys defense are. Cowboys had more yards, they had more first downs, they had less penalties, they had more fourth down conversions, and they held the ball more time in the game as well.
Only thing is, when you look at this play-by-play and you go to these scoring plays, Rome Odunze, 35-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Williams. That drive only took 2 minutes. Luther Burden third, 65-yard pass from Caleb Williams. That drive took 11 seconds. Field goal. All right, we had to work for that field goal. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. 10-yard pass, 2 minutes. And then you had the long, grueling 19-play, 76-yard drive that ate up 10 minutes off the clock. I mean, that's imagine
insane.
going to commercial 2-3 times and the Bears still have the ball. That's just insane.
Which makes me wonder, is there an argument to be said that he was more efficient that way? Because Caleb Williams went 19 for 28.
Yeah, that's a good efficiency. That's good efficiency.
Would you say it was more efficiency rather than bad defense? Or do you think it was purely bad defense and, nothing else?
I mean, I say it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of both. I hope that Caleb Williams would have been able to pass for 225 against his defense, bro.
Well, he almost passed for like 300, but
yeah, he passed for
that's what I'm saying. Like previous games, he didn't pass that.
Mm-hmm.
But
not 300.
No, but I'm saying like against the Cowboys defense, 100%, bro. Like I keep saying this, bro. This defense is terrible. They give up the most big plays through the air, bro. Like any QB is gonna that's their dream to play the Cowboys right now, because they are just gonna expose them, bro. You know what? I guarantee you, if Mitch Trubisky came back out there and he was on the Bears, that man would have did the exact same thing Caleb Williams did. I guarantee it, bro. Jay Cutler would have did the same thing. That team is just garbage, straight garbage. I don't care what any Dallas fan has to say, bro. Your team is trash. Can't even stop the run game either. That's what
the Bears only rushed.
That's what they made the trade for. Jerry Jones gonna call himself saying, "Oh, we need to stop the run game. We trading Parsons." You got
Kenny Clark got hurt.
I don't care. Your team is still garbage all around on defense. They can't stop them. That's on him. You didn't do anything.
Your point was you just said your point.
They can't stop the run. I'm saying, let me finish. Let me finish.
All right.
You can't stop the run. You ain't got no. What? What else? What?
You mentioned the trade, but then I say the person that they traded for got hurt, and you're sitting there still saying it doesn't matter. Then why'd you bring up the trade?
You couldn't let me finish. Dang, I didn't cut you off.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say now, but you go out there and make a trade. Go out there and make a trade and supposedly stop the run. I don't see nothing. Nothing's changed. That run defense is terrible, bro. Defense is all around is terrible.
They did hold the Bears' run defense, but I mean, the Bears were just throwing the ball downfield. They were just saying somebody's down there and just launching it, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, if the Bears had a better running back than DeAndre Swift, they would have been able to run the ball way better.
Oh yeah, it would have looked different. I mean,
it would have been
and that's what
way
I'm saying.
worse.
Look at it from this perspective, bro. It's like the Eagles were able to run over the Cowboys. They were able to win with just the run game, which shows that they're
Literally.
at defense. So it's like, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. I mean, I don't think I could tackle Saquon or Jalen Hurts. However, I mean, these are grown men.
Like real quick, you know how crazy that game is against the Eagles and the Cowboys, bro? The Eagles,
they beat them in one aspect of the game.
They beat them in one aspect of the game and had the Eagles thinking, oh, we can go and do this to other teams. No, you wasn't going to do that to nobody. You learned that they tried to do that against the Chiefs. You barely won. And then you did it against the Rams. You tried to do it against the Rams. The Rams was like, hell no, we ain't having that. And it made them go like, okay, now we got to pass the ball. So you had the Eagles really thinking they can go out here and just go up against all these other NFL teams and just run the ball the whole time. That's how bad that team is.
I want to talk about the Eagles now because I mean at half the score was what, like 26
to 7.
26-7. I mean, this team has a switch, bro, and that's why they're one of my favorites to go back to the Super Bowl. Do you know what kind of switch you have to do that? That's a legacy switch. To sit there and your team on all cylinders just sit there and make plays for the last 30 minutes of the game, that's a crazy switch, bro. That's a crazy switch to turn on out of nowhere. You're getting dominated in the first half of the game. And it just shows how good that coaching staff is too, because to be able to turn it around and keep them boys' morales up like that and come back, and you're over here, you already done one, and then your boys go out there, they're still hungry, and they go block a kick and they return it for a tutty. Well, that's insane.
That was unnecessary, but yeah, that was just icing on the cake. No, the game was over once they blocked it.
Forget unnecessary. They had a regular pound cake. They put a nice little glaze on it. That was the icing on the cake right there. That was awesome, dude. That was it's gonna be comeback of the year. It's comeback one of the year.
So far, yeah. Actually, that one's you saying that it's kind of tough comparing that to the Bills comeback over the Ravens.
Okay.
But
that game was a little crazy.
They're close. They're close. That game was insane too. That game was also insane. Bro.
Jalen Hurts finally balled out and passed. I mean, it wasn't too like eye-dropping, like eye-popping, I think. I don't know what the phrase is.
It was enough for a comeback win, though.
Yeah, he finished 21 for 32, 221 yards, 4 total touchdowns, 3 of those being passing. So, yeah, this is the game where we finally got to see him pass the ball. And like I said, Eagles need to go ahead and keep doing this. Like, we understand you have Saquon Barkley. That's what you went out there and got him for. You're not going to be able to run the ball like you did last year because teams have already seen it. They're scheming against it.
Been so prepping for that all off season.
And then,
I don't know. In my opinion, I think one thing that's kind of going, not I guess under the radar, but I feel like people really aren't talking about it as much, is the fact that Jalen Hurts is one of the few quarterbacks that is willing to sit back on his own team and like do what's the very bare minimum to do to win as a team and like do the right things. And it's working, and it's annoying all these people. You guys keep talking about like the run game and they just keep running and running and running, and teams are noticing it and they're doing it and they get stopped, but they keep doing it and they keep putting the pressure and those safeties and everything starts coming in because they're ready for the run. And then they start throwing the ball. And now the whole synergy of the defense is now caught off balance because as soon as they start dropping back, they start running it again. And I don't know. I think Jalen Hurts is off to a great season. Like, yeah, I mean, stats might not look like it just because he's not throwing the ball. But I think the team chemistry they have on that offense is probably top 2 in the NFL right now. I'm going to say,
yeah, I agree. I agree with Brady on that, man. I agree.
Yeah. The only thing I will say, they're going to have to throw the ball if they're going to like continue to win as the season goes on. You can't get a bye and have what happened against the Rams. And luckily the Rams, like the Eagles were able to take advantage of Matthew Stafford having a bad day. If Matthew Stafford is on a typical day, like does fine, the Rams are holding out and winning that game. This win is the fact that they were able, like you said, to come back, keep morale there and just dominate in the second half, and also capitalize on the fact that their QB Stafford was making mistakes, literally.
Yeah. I mean, if you also think about it from this point of view, though, too, I'm kind of looking at his stats. He's not even at 500 yards through 3 games of
Yeah.
passing, right? If you think about it, because they're running the ball so much, teams aren't having the ability to see their routes, to see them throw.
And
They
I was
don't know
gonna-
what their
I was
pass
gonna say
is
that.
looking like. Their run game is solid, but now because they were doing this so much, teams have no idea what other stuff they're capable of. So when those situations come down, these third down conversions, if they start going for it on these fourth down plays, they have no idea what's coming. They're way more off balance because now you don't know if they're going to do a trick play and just keep running the ball because now they're going to be expecting a throw, or they just pull a throw out there and nobody even sees it coming. I
Man,
think that
fourth
makes
down.
it so much more dangerous.
On fourth down, we already know what's coming. It's a tush push. So
I mean, if you can't stop it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Do you guys think they were over the line?
I mean, there's been
They're
yeah, there's
clearly
been
over the line
multiple
and they're clearly
things.
false
I
starting.
just had to ask. I
Yeah.
just had to ask because they
But,
started
I
doing
mean-
that again last week. Even the announcers were talking about it. They're abusing that tush push for sure.
If the refs can't see a clear PI on a clear sunny day, what makes you
What
think
makes
they're
you
about
think
to
they're gonna-
see? What makes you think they're about to see that
Yeah,
with all these men huddled together? You can't even see the ball. I bet you can't even see the ball down the line. You just have to let the play go.
You just gotta
both
wait for someone to go
teams-
like this,
Bro.
start waving.
their helmets are just about touching. If you look at the line of the tush push, there's no way unless you were laying down flat on the ground as a ref, you can see that football. There's no way. There's no way.
Imagine the day you
Yeah.
start playing football on like a glass surface, and you're looking from underneath, staring at the tush push.
That's insane, dude. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why the Eagles are a commendable team. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, they're not fun to watch because they run the ball a lot. But I mean, it's old smash mouth football, and it doesn't mean that they're not capable of throwing it. They can throw it. They just choose not to because they can
They're
beat
keeping
you.
it simple. They're doing what they need to do, not more what they have to do. They're not doing more than they need to.
Yeah, so I mean, hats off to them because a lot of these teams wouldn't survive without a pass game. That's why you have guys that throw 40 times every Sunday.
Mhm.
Yeah. What's it called? So, that was the next thing I was going to talk about. Would you guys say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a legit team, like a legit
Absolutely.
threat?
Absolutely.
I mean,
I
they
would
win
say
football
so.
games, but like, bro, they just
I
look
think-
atrocious doing it. They're sloppy.
Sloppy, I'll give it to you, but I think
Sloppy at
Baker
times.
Mayfield's looking
Yeah.
great. I think Ibuka's looking good out there. And like
He's
been-
awesome.
bro. He's sitting
Kate
there. He's-
Otten's one of the better tight ends in the league once
Yeah.
he gets going.
I don't know if Bucks right now are looking Super Bowl ready, but I think they certainly are.
They give
We
people
know that they're
run
going to
for
get
their
a
money.
wild card. They're,
Yeah.
they're
They
going to win the
no,
NFC
they're
South.
winning. They're winning the they're winning the
I
NFC
could see
South.
them going down a deep run. As of right now, they'll go a deep run. I don't think they're Super Bowl ready at all, but Baker Mayfield is looking good. He is
They're a
throwing the
top
ball
3 team
real
in the
nice.
NFC.
And if Ibuka, especially just being brand new right now, I'm thinking he starts settling down, getting more comfortable like he already is. Like, I think it's going to be a real dangerous offense for teams. They really start figuring it out.
I'd agree with what Braxton has to say. At the very moment, they're a top 3 team, and that's simply just because Jaden Daniels is sidelined at the moment. That's the only reason I'd say it.
Mhm.
No, well,
Huh?
not to, well, I'm gonna say the Commanders' defense is overrated, but I'm not. That's a conversation for another day. The Buccaneers have a better defense, but honestly, I feel like what it's gonna come down to it is with the Buccaneers. Yes, Baker Mayfield is good. Their offense is good. You're gonna need your big time. You're gonna need your big time weapon and Mike Evans to come back and be healthy. He hurt his hamstring this past week, and it's always that damn hamstring, bro.
Every
I
year,
swear, him-
same
Every
year.
year.
Him and Chris Paul must be related, bro. How many hamstring issues they both be getting, bro?
I
Like-
refuse to draft Mike Evans anymore.
Yeah,
Refuse.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
done.
either. It's
And
like,
honestly,
bro,
this might be the last year I draft Kittle too. It hurts me every year.
you should have
every
known
time.
that.
I
I
should.
told you not to.
I know.
But
Today was the last year.
but Evans, bro, it's like you're gonna need him because yes, you're gonna get Chris Godwin back eventually, but it's gonna imagine if Chris Godwin can get back to some way type of that form he had last year, and then you pair that with Ibuka and way he's been playing, and then you got Mike Evans. You already know what you're gonna get out of Mike Evans when he's healthy. those three receivers right there.
That'd be a
That's
crazy
fucking amazing.
core.
With Baker Mayfield as a quarterback, and then not on top of that, your run game situation, you got Bucky Irving in the background, bro. Ooh, that offense
Yeah,
is
that's gonna be a
legit, bro.
crazy team.
That's
bro.
a
Yeah.
legit offense.
That's gonna be a
I'm-
crazy team.
I'm looking at their schedule right now too. They got a pretty tough couple of weeks here. They play the Eagles this week, then the Seahawks, then 49ers, Lions, then they go Saints, Patriots, but then they go Bills, Rams, Cardinals right after that. How many games
They'll
do you
beat
think
the
they're-
Cardinals. They'll beat the
Yeah, they'll
Cardinals.
beat the Cardinals.
I agree with the Cardinals, yes.
I
They'd
could
probably
see.
be able to beat the Rams too.
I could see them beating the. You said the Commanders are in there, right?
No, they don't play them.
Oh,
Seahawks, Niners,
I can see them beating the
Lions.
Seahawks and the Niners.
They
yeah.
play the Eagles this week.
Upset alert. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Buccaneers walked out of Philly with a
Or-
dub.
Final score 27-23 or something like that. 27-29, something. It's gonna be something weird.
Let's see.
29.
Their
no.
Eagles are only favored 55% win. The spread's only plus minus 3.5.
I mean, it's gonna be a tight game, especially if they don't come out. If the Eagles run the ball, if the Eagles run an 8-play drive on the first drive, and they ran the ball 5 times, it's going to be a repeat of what happened, because this isn't the same Eagles defense. Okay, they lost 8 guys. The Rams showed, like, yes, the Rams and Cowboys, they both showed you can expose this team when it comes to their defense. They're exposable. So it's like, you stop the run game, you got to force these guys to pass the ball and force Jalen Hurts into mistakes, which is hard to do to begin with. But if they could do that, the Bucs can upset the Eagles. That's without a doubt.
Yep.
I think so too. I would love to see the Bucks go 4-0 this week.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be crazy. And if that happens, bro, watch the media gonna be all on their meat, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Tampa Bay Super Bowl favorites. First
And
since
it
no,
looks
Tom
good on my
Brady.
fantasy team.
for real. I'd be like, whoa, wait, nah.
Hey, nah, you got too much dip in your chip.
Right.
Because I mean, I got Mayfield and Irving in my quarterback running back slot. Any touchdown they score, I'm scoring every time.
Yeah.
So
I was saying
I
this-
need Bucks go crazy.
One more offensive Bucs injury, and you might as well just wipe the slate clean.
Yeah, I'm over. If either of them get hurt, my fantasy
If Bucky
is
Irving or
over.
Emeka Ibuka go down, just wipe it clean, bro.
I thought Bucky Irving. I thought what's it called Mayfield was hurt, and then CJ Gardner Johnson started talking shit to him, and he got up immediately. He was like, "Hold on, what?"
No,
he
for real.
forgot he
He's
was
done.
hurt, bro.
He
He
came
forgot
from
he was hurt.
Oklahoma, dude.
Yeah,
I'll never
Baker,
forget that as an Ohio State fan.
he's
Planted
shown
that
he
flag
can-
in the middle of the field. That was
Yes,
brutal.
bro.
Yeah.
He's shown that he
Look.
can be on one with these dudes, but he's not.
Mhm.
This is the best decision out of his career, like him, and it kind of just shows like the two look, and it pretty much just tells you everything you need to know about these two organizations. The Browns and the Panthers both had him on their team. They're terrible. Like they ended up getting rid of him, and look at him
forgot he was
now.
on the
He's flourishing on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You look at those two teams. Browns are terrible. They're looking for a new quarterback. They have 2 rookie quarterbacks right now, and they're starting 40-year-old Joe Flacco, which is a questionable move in itself. And then you have the Panthers, who have Bryce Young and Andy Dalton as their QB room. Bryce Young, honestly, I don't know what to say of Bryce Young because he showed flashes that he's good enough.
I
But
need to see
then,
him somewhere else.
there's
yeah,
just been
that's
nothing else to
exactly
say.
like there's nothing to show. Like the Panthers have nothing. They just can't do anything good for any quarterback, bro. That's just like that's the worst place you can go as a quarterback right now. Is to the
Mhm.
Panthers or the Browns because your career is likely to die. There's no development there.
Yeah, when Cam left, that whole franchise went left, bro.
Mhm.
There's been nothing there since.
Yeah.
He said that's all
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah. Now moving on to the Giants. Now word just came out today that Jackson Dart is now to be the starting QB for the Giants. Do you think it was time to make a move for the Giants, or is
Absolutely.
it pretty much?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. The Russell Wilson needs to just go ahead and be a sideline. He needs to be a coach in pads. I think Russell Wilson should just be a coach in pads. That's That's what I think he needs to limit his career to at this point. I'm not going to say bro's washed, but he doesn't got it anymore. So I guess
No,
I'm trying
he's
to
washed. He's washed.
I was about to say, so I guess what I'm trying to say is Russell Wilson is washed. Okay. Like this
Yeah.
man, he had one good week against the Cowboys, but I feel like you went and drafted Jackson Dart and then you started Russ. I don't understand why these teams do that. Put your rookie out there. You're already not a good team. You're already not
I
a
don't
good
know
team.
about that.
You got nothing
But
to
I
lose.
mean, this isn't college.
Yeah,
Why are we
but
redshirting
still-
guys? This isn't
But
college.
still, it's better. You've seen how some teams, if you have the right situation, a quarterback sitting their first year behind another veteran, it turns out to be a good situation. Russell Wilson, it's not like Russell Wilson is like some garbage. We know what he used to be. He was a Super Bowl champion. He was a Pro Bowler. So having Jackson Dart sit behind him for like a season is not a bad idea.
But can I
Now,
say something though? Who other than Jordan Love did Patrick Mahomes sit behind Alex Smith?
Yeah, he sat
Okay.
behind
Who else?
Aaron Rodgers, sat behind Brett
That
Favre.
was a different time, though.
That's
Sitting
a
behind,
different. I'm talking
yeah,
about
all those guys
today.
sat behind.
Today.
In today's league,
Yeah,
Yes.
nobody
Who
today.
sat
A lot
behind
more
someone else
people.
and is actually good now, other than Jordan Love and Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, a
Tell
lot
me
of
who.
people need to. Lamar Jackson sat behind Joe Flacco.
Okay, so right there, you just
That was Joe
named
Flacco.
you just named three legendary quarterbacks. You just named Aaron Rodgers. You just named
Okay,
Joe
bro, do not.
Flacco. No, but listen though.
These
Joe
were the
Flacco's not a
veteran
Hall of
guys.
Famer.
These guys, all those guys that you named that sat behind, they were winning teams.
They were
They
winning
were already
teams.
established. They were good. All these guys that are coming in and starting, they don't have anybody to be watching. All these
Now, if this
guys
is
that are
Eli
coming out of the
Manning-
draft, they're fighting for a spot.
If this is Eli Manning, yeah, let Jackson Dart sit. This is
Mhm.
this is old washed Russ. This isn't like it's not that.
You can still
Russ
learn
should
something
be-
from Russ, and then on
You can
top of
learn-
that,
You can learn something, but if you're not getting those reps in games against people who aren't your teammates, it's not gonna feel real enough, bro.
but I'm not saying it's. I don't know if I can really say it's. I'm not trying to be on Russell Wilson's side, or I'm not in anybody's side. All I'm gonna say is both teams. Like we already know, the Giants have a terrible what's it called, offensive line. Their offensive line is bad, and it was literally called out on it against the Commanders. So Russ had a bad game that week. You play the Cowboys, like I said, they had a terrible offensive line, and it gave Russ time to pass the ball, and he did good. You go fast forward to this past week. Who did the Giants play again? I forget.
They played the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs. Chiefs always have a decent defense, bro. For the past
yeah,
couple
but we
years,
could agree that the Chiefs are washed now, bro.
They've
their
been
defense is
washed.
still solid, bro. Especially with Chris Jones leading the way. Chris Jones, yeah. So that defense is respectable. So it obviously shows like that offensive line doesn't help out. Who's to say that doesn't happen to Jackson Dart?
Oh, it's
And
gonna happen to Jackson Dart.
And that's the thing. So what's to say like if we already know quarterbacks that have gotten hurt their rookie year behind terrible offensive lines. Most recently, Joe Burrow, who
But he ain't no
tore his
rookie.
Joe Burrow was a rookie when he tore his ACL.
Oh, I thought you meant like
Well,
recently. I was about
No,
to say-
Was that really his
So-
fault, though? Let's be real.
I said it was the offensive line.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So-
I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, so with that being said, like who's to say that doesn't happen to him? And also on top of that, once you make this move, you cannot go back and put Russell Wilson in because once you put Jackson Dart in, it's best to keep him in no matter what and build his confidence rather than take him out. Because if you take him out, that's like, believe it or not, that's probably most likely going to affect his confidence as a quarterback. And that's not what you want for somebody who you want to possibly be the face of your franchise going forward.
I could agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like it depends on the person. So Michael Penix got benched in the fourth quarter on Sunday. Yes, they're getting blown out, but usually a lot of teams don't do that. This isn't the NBA, the National Blowout Association. Okay, this is the NFL. Even if you're losing by 14, 21, your starter still goes out there and plays. It's the season. You're going to get him his reps in a game. So it's like sometimes benching the young guy and bringing that back in, and then you go and you have a talk with them or something like that in QB meetings or however they do it, sometimes it's also an eye opener. Like I said, bro, these dudes need their welcome to the NFL moment. And I'm not going to say that it's do or die for the Giants because they're absolute trash. They're in some way, shape, or form, there is no point in putting Dart out there. But you're trying to do something and you're trying to see what's going on if you're throwing him out there week 4. So, I mean,
Yeah,
the
the way I see
you wouldn't
it,
have drafted them. You wouldn't have drafted that boy if you didn't think that he could do something to begin with. You know what you got. I don't care if you are trash. You know what you got. Even the Saints went and drafted Tyler Show, and he hasn't even started a game yet. They'd rather just start Spencer Rattler. They don't care because they know that they don't have anything to begin with, and they knew they didn't draft anything.
Mhm.
So it's like, I mean, it's a dual-edged sword. Jackson Dart could go out there and show he's what they thought they got, or he could show that they're not, and they could prepare for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could
But
see
I'm
that.
not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying there's two different sides to the coin.
I think just the interesting part is that the NFL, in terms of emotional like playing stakes, is not college, right? If you were
Yeah.
benched in college, that'll get to your head,
Yeah.
100% more than the NFL. But as a rookie, I feel like you've been around sports and been around the game long enough that coming in, you almost shouldn't be expected to start at that pro level. But if you do and then get pulled and then you are talked to by the coaches, depending on obviously the circumstances of being pulled, you see it as you're getting your feet wet, right? And
Right.
either the Giants should start maybe splitting time or just go full in on them. But I don't think that necessarily, I don't think what they're doing now is obviously working. But you're right. I don't think you should be having a rookie quarterback that you've drafted wanting to be the face of like your team right now, and then you just have them on the back burner learning from somebody that's just losing you games. I don't think that's the right way to do it.
And that's why I'm saying the whole sit behind the vet. Like, I mean, if I'm a GM and I went and drafted a rookie in the first round and I know I'm about to sign one in free agency, Russell wouldn't have been my first option to go get in free agency. I would have went and got Rodgers, in my opinion. However, that's not always how the cookie crumbles. I'm not saying Russell can't be a good coach, but it's like, I don't know. It's a weird decision,
Oh,
The Broncos
to
coach.
that question you asked earlier, Daniel Jones was another quarterback who sat behind quote unquote top name quarterback that you asked.
Who, Eli Manning?
Yeah.
And I mean, Daniel Jones, he's not that guy, but he's better off than some of these dudes.
I mean, so far this season he's been balling.
Best
It's
thing
impressive to see what the Colts have been doing, bro. I didn't
you
expect
think about it. Best thing anybody's ever done was leave the Giants. Jones is doing good.
Saquon's doing good.
Saquon's
left.
doing
He's
good.
doing good. I'm telling you.
OBJ was still prosperous after he left for a little bit. I mean,
The Lions are the new Cleveland Browns. They just get the new players' feet wet, send them off to another team.
no, literally. It's like, all right, welcome to the NFL, buddy. Here's your rookie contract money. Go be free.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Giants. Giants are just
It's bad.
That's
atrocious,
poverty.
bro. Atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What
I
else
don't
we
know.
got on the agenda?
If you guys want to continue talking about the Colts, I don't think anybody expected the Colts to be this good. I thought they were going to be trash, especially when you had
I'm
the
shocked.
QB room of Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, which we didn't know what to expect from either one of them. Daniel Jones just came out and he's balling, bro. He's actually balling, not looking stupid or anything.
This is the week we'll see if they're actually legit or not. They've played some mediocre teams, but they've come out strong and have looked great.
Who do
Great
the Colts
running,
play
great
this
throwing.
Sunday?
They play the Rams this week.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. If they don't lose by more than 3, give them a playoff spot. I got them going to the playoffs.
This early. Check them in. But yeah, I think
Check 'em in.
they've looked good. They've played the Dolphins, Broncos, and Titans, right? None of them are crazy powerhouses, but they aren't the worst
Broncos
teams in the league.
are a really respectable
sir.
team. Broncos are a really
Sir.
respectable team. What are you saying?
Sorry,
Dolphins
did I just hear you
are-
talk about
Dolphins-
the Broncos?
Dolphins aren't a walk in the park either.
They're
I
getting
understand
33
there's
to 8.
issues.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
mean,
whoa,
there's
whoa.
issues with. We understand there's issues with the Dolphins, and Dolphins aren't. It's like they're not that great, but they're still a respectable team. But the Broncos are a playoff team. They have one of the best, if not the best, defense in the league. So
The
don't look at me like
Broncos
yes.
have the best defense in the league.
I said one of, if not the best. So
So you're
He's
saying
not.
they're
He's
better?
not capping. I mean, it's not. It's not. It's not a
it's
lie.
not a cap. Yeah, it's not
It's
a
not a
lie.
lie. It's not a
I don't know
lie.
why you fixing your face like that.
I was fixing my face because you said that. What'd you say the Miami Dolphins were? Not a walk in the park.
They're not.
Make it
They're
50
not.
degrees outside.
Yeah, they're not. Too,
Watch them crumble.
Make it
yeah,
50 degrees outside and watch them boys melt.
but yeah. So yeah, I honestly I feel like they'll be fine. Yeah, like you said, them playing the Rams this week is going to be a test to what they can do, but
Yeah.
and what their
This
team
is
is going to be like. But we'll see. As of right now, I have them winning the AFC South.
who else is in the AFC South with them?
You got the Texans. You got the Texans, Jaguars, and Titans. They're beating them
I'll
easily.
ride with you on that. I'll
Yeah,
ride with you on
absolutely.
that. The way the Texans playing, them boys not even gonna make the playoffs this year.
0-3.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I thought they were actually going to be pretty decent this year, on paper at least.
They're still
Who, the
missing
Texans?
Denzel.
Yeah.
That's bro. That's the thing. That's the reason why I say Houston. We got a problem, bro. There's a reason why that phrase stems there, bro. Their team is that organization is in a tough spot right now, bro. You got CJ Stroud, who had a great rookie year, bro, and you go out there the very next year, you get some weapons from. You had Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell, and then Tank Dell got shot. You can't do anything about that.
That boy
And
got shot
then-
and broke his leg in back-to-back
Yeah,
years, bro.
broke. Yeah, that was crazy. But then
That's awful.
on top of that, before his sophomore year, they were saying, "Oh yeah, you need to get pass protection for this guy." You don't do that. You see what happened last year. He struggled because he didn't have a great offensive line. You look at it again this year, he doesn't look that great either because one, he doesn't have the skill position players there to help him. And he doesn't have an offensive line. There's only so much you can do when you have just Nico Collins. I will say Dalton Schultz is a good tight end. Nothing to take away from him. But missing Joe Mixon and then not having a true, like, bona fide number 2 wide receiver or a good slot receiver to pair with Nico Collins, that doesn't help at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. The offense is in shambles. It's a complete shambles, dog. And I think they were kind of like this to a certain extent last year where
Yeah,
was
they
it
were.
them- it was them who couldn't score. They just couldn't score touchdowns in the first half, right? Like they struggled all game long to score. It was either them or the Falcons.
so.
They could not score first half touchdowns, and it's happening again. They got 3 games in. They weren't able to score their first touchdown until Monday Night Football last week, or was it Thursday? It was either Monday night or Thursday Night Football. They weren't able to score their first touchdown until week 2. No, until week 2.
That's terrible.
I mean, something that they could. It's just something that they can work.
Trying to remember though, Braxton.
gotta-
Did you say that the Bears are going to lose to the Texans, or did you say they were going to beat the Texans?
I had the Texans winning, but as of right now, that's a toss up because the Texans defense is really good, but it's only so much that your defense is going to be able to do. Like you
Yeah.
saw with the Vikings have a really good defense, just like the Texans.
Mhm.
But it took JJ McCarthy to have to step up in order for them to beat the Bears. And if the Bears are able to be able to blitz the Texans, which I don't think they're going to have a problem doing, the Bears could easily win that game.
So I'm kind of like just looking at their profile right now. Looks like they just released Gardner Johnson 6 hours ago.
CJ?
No.
I think you're looking at our fantasy league.
No, not CJ. What's it called?
You said they released him, like cut him.
Who released who?
The Texans released their safety.
Oh, CJ Gardner
Today.
Johnson. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Bears.
Hello.
He said, hello.
Because they're Petrie's coming back.
Mm,
I feel like that's so bogus, but it's part of the game, I guess. It's a business. I would just hate to be like some filler guy. They're like, hey, actually, this guy's coming back.
is CJ Gardner Johnson washed now?
I don't know.
He bounces from team to team. He was with the he won the Super Bowl with the Philly last year. And then he's been with the Philly, he's been with the Lions.
He was on the
Then
Cowboys.
he was with for a brief stint, and then he was with the Saints. And then this was his second stint with the Eagles, I think. So
I mean,
it's
this
interesting to
article's
see
not
where he
making it
ends up.
sound very good. I'm like reading some of this. This was talking about week 2 against Baker Mayfield, 20-yard touchdown, blown coverage because he drove 10 yards in, leaving the entire backfield open.
Yeah, he's not like a top 5 safety in the league, but he's what's the right word for it? I don't know if expendable is not the right word for it. You know what you're gonna get out of him when you bring him there. So
yeah, I mean, just kind of reading it. 6 interceptions last year.
Each of the past 2 full seasons that he's played, he has gotten 6 interceptions in each season. So
Well, Houston, y'all better fix that, or else
I don't know if they'll even be able to fix. I don't even think they'll be able to fix it this season, bro. I honestly think it's something
this is going to be a process.
This is something you got to fix in the off season, bro.
Yeah,
waiting until the season to try to fix this, like you just can't do that.
Yeah, nah. I want to see their first round draft pick be used on an O lineman. If it's not that, then I'm going to be a little upset.
Or at least a skill position player, and then go out in the market and buy offensive line.
So we'll see here. We got a little bit of MLB. I mean, we're a week away from the playoffs. Tigers gonna win it all, baby.
I don't know about that right now.
All I gotta say
right now. Brewers came out of nowhere. Don't say the Reds, bro.
All I'm saying is I don't know about after last night's game. I haven't checked it yet, but as of this morning, they were in the playoffs. Barely.
Reds.
Y'all know y'all can get booted out.
Oh, it don't matter about getting booted out. It's just we gotta let us make that one spot.
Cruz found out how to hit a home run again.
No, you're telling me.
Reds are known for wasting talent, bro. Brandon Phillips, Joey Votto.
Every time. It's so bad. I mean, they had Puig, they've had Chapman, they've had.
I mean, to be honest,
Billy
Puig
Hamilton.
was not a household name in the Reds.
I mean, not a household name, but I mean, he was
more so with
running
the Dodgers
for a good minute. I mean, probably the biggest one we're seeing right now is Chapman. I
mean,
that guy's insane.
Yeah.
The Tigers have lost their last 7.
They're the Tigers have been losing right now.
Tigers have been on a decline. That's just why I said they're not win. I don't think they're not favored to win. The Tiger, and that's the one thing with the Tiger, and that's one of the things that you also people fail to realize. The Tigers they're a good team, but when it comes down to the playoffs, you need to have at least a solid 1-2 punch. You got Tarek Skubal, and then who's the number 2 pitcher that you can say is going to go out there and deal. You don't know that. There's nobody.
Jackson Joby into a bonfire.
Jackson Joby's out for the year. He's been out for the year.
Well, and they just released Charlie Morton.
Well, Charlie Morton was terrible. That man had a 7 ERA.
I mean, yeah. But I'm just saying, I don't know who else they got.
Yeah, out of their last 10 games, they're 1-9.
Exactly. So
that's insane. Well, I take it back. Tigers are not going to win it all.
Brewers, as of right now, Brewers are the more then this is one of the craziest things. Brewers are one of the more, I feel like, more complete. Their offense is probably the main thing that you're gonna have to pay attention to and hope that they can get going if you're a Brewers fan. Because the thing with the Brewers have always, this has been their motto for the past 10, 15 years, bro. They've always been a scrappy team that relied heavily on their pitching. You look at like earlier a few years ago, it was Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff. Now it's Jacob Misarowski, Freddie Peralta, Brandon Woodruff is back, and then you add just a few other pitchers as well. Excuse me. So that team is good, and then their pitching staff is amazing, and then their offense, you got people contributing on all sorts of like areas. You got Yelich who contributes, Frelick. I think I said his name wrong.
Sal Frelick,
Yeah.
Bryce Turang.
Bryce Turang, yep. Those players like that, and then you still got William Contreras. I know he's kind of cooled off compared to what he was doing earlier in the season, but he's still that same player that you can kind of rely on. So, yeah, the Brewers are favored to win, in my opinion. I don't disagree with any sports outlets saying that.
Well, in the American League, this might be crazy to say, but I got Seattle coming out. I feel like it's
That's a tough.
yeah coming out.
Hmm.
I feel like their like pitching might be
Yeah, their pitching is right there next to the
Yeah.
Brewers, bro.
yeah their pitching is
Bruh.
the most like when I think about an AL team with good pitching at the moment that has a chance at the playoffs. I'm thinking about the Mariners in this aspect. Cleveland, I mean Gavin Williams, he can go out there and get shelled. Tanner Bibby,
Cleveland's offense isn't good enough. Their pitching isn't. But the
yeah,
like
I mean-
Mariners, you got Logan Gilbert, you got Wu, you
Yeah.
got why am I drawing blanks?
they have two more.
They have four good pitchers, bro. Four
Yeah.
like great starting pitchers. They have the best starting rotation in all of MLB, if we're being honest. And so in carrying that into the playoffs, realistically, each team in the playoffs is only pitching four starting pitchers. That's they're doing a 4-man rotation, and that's what they're keeping it at. That's they have the perfect mixture for that, bro. So all the Mariners really have to do is hope that their offense can put up at least 2-3 runs a game, and they will win out. I guarantee it, bro.
Yeah, I got Seattle coming out of the AL and taking it to the World Series this year. When it comes to the NL, this gets a little bit more dicey. Like, yes, I do want to say,
Mhm.
but I mean, the Dodgers are the Dodgers, Phillies are the Phillies, Cubs, you're fraudulent. The Cubs are fraudulent. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the
Cubs
wins
are
are,
gonna get bounced.
They're the reason that the Reds might make this wild card game because they just got completely swept.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is insane. It's just like, and the Mets better not get complacent either because we got a week left.
They're borderline getting
Well,
bumped out.
Yeah,
It's going to
they're-
be either the
I mean,
Reds or the Mets that make this wild card game.
Don't count out the Diamondbacks
Yeah.
either because they're only one game behind.
That's true.
It's a 3-way tie right now. I won't say anything about San
I
Francisco.
mean,
And as
Hunter
we speak,
Green for the
just-
Reds. Oh, sorry. You can go.
I was gonna say, as we speak, the Guardians just seized the first place in the AL Central.
Yeah,
After
I
winning,
mean-
it just won 16 of 18. They're the last 18 games.
I mean it's insane, bro.
It's the same with, and the crazy thing is with the Guardians, they're in the same boat too. It's their pitching. They just need help from the offense. That's the motto. It seems like in a lot of these American League teams. So
And then the Yankees. I mean,
Yankees, you just need to hope that your pitching can hold up. Their offense is
literally.
gonna be fine.
They'll
Yeah,
make
your
the
offense is
playoffs
gonna do
just
good.
about every time, but they just can't go deep.
if it's gonna
Yeah.
come out to a walkathon and they don't want to pitch to Judge and they just want to attack these other guys, the other guys are gonna give you hits. The only thing is that pitching is terrible. I mean,
Mhm.
Devin Williams was bad for them. Who else was another pitcher that was bad?
Luis
Yeah.
Gill wasn't all that.
Well, he's a starting pitcher. I'm talking about their bullpen.
Oh, what's his name? No, Will Warren's pretty decent. It's a different dude. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
I'm really just thinking about like starting pitchers now. I was thinking about that Cam Shitler dude or Shitler.
Cam Leader. or like Mark Leader.
Nah, not
Yeah.
him. His name's Cam like Schlitter or something like that. But
You mean? Are you talking about Luke Weaver?
no, Cam.
Oh,
No,
oh,
That was
Cam
funny. He went
Schmidt,
some
the starting pitcher. Oh,
he went
Clark
some Weaver
Schmidt.
to shit leader.
Clark
no, not
Schmidt.
Clark Schmidt. His name is Cam Schlitter, bro.
Shitler. Who the heck is that?
SCHLITTLER or something like that. Schlittler,
Schlitter?
something like that.
Hold
Is he
on.
not in the rotation?
Schlittler? Oh yeah. He's in
You
the
see him now?
rotation. Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? I had to look that up. I'm like, who the heck is that? But yeah, Devin Williams has been bad. Later Junior has been bad. Yeah. Their bullpen is terrible. The Mets, I don't know what to expect from the Mets.
The
Going back
Reds
to them.
pitching's been fine.
Mets
Really
the
good.
Reds pitching is all Reds pitching is
Hunter
good.
Green has been pitching
leading
his
away.
best this season at like coming into this back half right now. He
Like a
has
week ago.
thrown.
I think like a week ago he threw a complete game with 9 strikeouts, a shutout.
That was just like a few days ago, and then his last start right before that, I think he only had a 1-hitter, went 8 innings or something like that. He's in contender for
Cy Young, I wouldn't
see.
say Cy. I'm sorry. I mean, he can
I think he's
contend.
contender. I
He
don't
can
think
get
he'll
some
win.
votes.
Yeah.
He'll get some votes, but like that, for the American League, that's Paul Skeens.
I actually wanted to ask about that. I've been talking with my dad about that. Can a pitcher? I haven't checked his score in a while, but last time I checked, he had a losing record. I think he's arguably the best pitcher, if not number 2. I think he's probably number 1. Can you win the Cy Young Award with a losing record? Do you think?
I mean, he
Like, as a
can.
starting pitcher?
I'd say I'd go ahead and say I wouldn't even that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
yeah,
like,
I know what you're
logically,
saying.
A pitcher could get a
yeah.
loss, and
Probably
he can give up
not.
no runs.
But it's like his situation. If anybody who watches baseball and knows baseball, he's on the Pirates, bro. The Pirates are terrible. I've seen
100%.
games, and we've talked about it on this podcast before, where Paul Skeens has had starts this season to where he's only given up 1 run, I think there was a game where he didn't even give up a run, and he got tagged with a loss because the team couldn't produce runs. That's insane, bro. Like, that's wicked work. Like, that's in it. Like, I don't know. We shouldn't punish Paul Skeens for that because he's been one of the best pitchers in the league this season, bro. He has a 2.08 ERA. But I think that's either 3rd or 2nd in the league for ERA. So it's like, yeah, come on, bro. Give him the nod, bro.
Yeah,
I'd say he's probably the most dominant pitcher in the National League, bro, or American.
Literally.
American League.
Oh,
Sorry.
I agree.
You mean National League?
No, National League. Okay, I had it right. The National League. Yeah, he's the most dominant pitcher. There is no, I mean, I guess you could say Hunter Green is the close second, but I mean,
I just looked at Hunter Green's record here. He's 7-4 of this 2025 season. He's got a 2.7 ERA with 125 strikeouts so far this season, which is a lot of strikeouts. I wanted to see what his last few games were. All right, yeah. So here against the Cubs, he went 9 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs. He had 9 strikeouts. Dang, he got shelled that game. Never mind. Except then the game, yeah, he let up 5 earned runs that game. But then the week before that one, he went 7 innings, 1 hit, 12 Ks. Then the week before that, he went 6 innings, 7 Ks, 1 earned run. Yeah, he's had pretty good outings these last 6, except for the 1 game. But that happens. But yeah, I mean, I think Paul Skeens 100% deserves it. I definitely think, I know there's some people that have a problem with it about giving such a big award to somebody that has technically a losing record. I'm actually going to look to see if he's
500. He's at 500.
Is he? Okay.
10 wins, 10 losses. But I mean, this man has a 2.03 ERA and 181 innings pitched with 209 strikeouts. 0.96 whip. I mean, the ratios are there.
That's average. That's like 1 point something strikeouts an inning. Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah. He's above average. He's getting more than 1 strikeout an inning. So it's like,
and you're telling me this guy's got a 500 record. That's insane.
The crazy part is this man is 23. We're 23.
Mm-hmm.
Winning, bro, he should win Cy Young. If he doesn't win Cy Young, I'm not gonna watch baseball anymore. I'm over baseball.
No, you know that's false.
Yeah, you're right. It is false, but
He said,
still,
you're right.
I mean,
No, that's insane.
did Clayton Kershaw get nominated for one?
Yeah, he's won multiple, 3
No, I'm saying this year.
for a Cy Young.
Yeah.
No. he's
Okay, I
not.
was about to say. I don't want any of this retirement. Give him one last one. Excuse me.
No, nobody.
just handed to
Baseball is not the sport for that.
Oh, that's the NBA. My bad.
I don't think the NBA would even do that. They didn't give Jordan a fucking MVP.
But that's
this
different.
time.
Jordan didn't even have an MVP as a freaking MVP year that year for his last season.
Exactly.
So, hey man, look. At the end of the day must end.
What the heck? And but as of right now, I don't think we got anything else.
Yeah, I feel like that's it for the day.
You
We got,
got
what do we
yeah, got a
Who-
full slate, NFL and football, or NFL and college football this weekend. Thursday, Thursday. I'm trying to think who we got Thursday. Damn. Why am I not?
we got
why am I drawing a
Seahawks
blank?
Cardinals Thursday. If you haven't already, just
Man,
Seahawks -1.5. Cardinals aren't
Yeah.
going to be able to keep up. This will be a game though for people to test out. Not Trey McBride. What's his name? What's that boy name? Trey Benson.
yeah.
And Benson showed that he could, have some flashes here and there.
I mean,
But he's not James Conner. That's for sure.
The Cardinals, that was one thing coming into this season. The Cardinals expressed they're excited to use him a little bit more, especially since Benson had bulked up a little bit more in the offseason. So
we might see. I mean, we might not notice a difference. We might notice a difference. I would love to see Kyler throw Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball though for a touchdown. That'd be pretty awesome. But other than that, that's our Thursday. Saturday gonna be awesome. Sunday gonna be even more awesome. And then yeah, man. I mean, that's all we really got. So thank you guys for joining us today. We're going to be back next Tuesday with some more stuff. And this is Tony, Braxton, and Brady, and we will catch you guys in the next episode.
oh yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. It helps a lot, goes a long way for us trying to blow this thing up.
You heard them. Peace out, y'all.